Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You guys have been requesting a makeup tutorial where it goes from very daytime into nighttime, whether it's coming from work, coming from home, and you just want to elevate your makeup with whatever you wore throughout the day. So hopefully you take some tips and tricks away from this video. It's very much suited to what my preferences are for daytime look into a nighttime look, but I still think you can learn and take away things from it and apply it to your own makeup style. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. For everyday makeup, it kind of depends on the day, but I'm gonna take this as I'm working from home, editing emails, and I still wanna feel a little bit more presentable in case, I don't know, the delivery man comes or I have to do a couple errands. It's gonna be very low key so that it's more of a transition to a little bit more glam makeup for an evening out. I'm gonna take this product from Poco Beauty. It's an Irish brand and it's the Universal Solar Glare Skin Enhancer SPF 30. This one has a little bit of a bronze tint, so perfect when you want a little bit more color, but you don't want coverage and you want protection. It's just a good overall glowy base. If you have the By Terry Sunny Flash, that's a great alternative. Anything that just deposits the smallest amount of color, I feel like on an everyday basis just gives me a little bit more life, brings my skin alive, makes me feel a little bit more healthy. And I mean, a glow is always welcomed here, especially when I feel a little dull in my skin. I don't think I could ever go without no concealer. I mean, if you can, God bless you, you probably have perfect skin. I think I just need a little bit of coverage, especially in areas that I have redness, under my eyes being one of them. And I mean, a couple dots of concealer will do. This is the Sculpted by Amy Brighten Up, so it's very low coverage. It's truly just to add a tiny bit of coverage, more so for under the eyes. I'm gonna pop a little bit on my areas that I would have scarring from any kind of breakouts, but that much is, I think, perfect just for a very minimal amount of coverage. Everyone's gonna have a different degree of their everyday makeup. For some people, it might be curling their lashes and putting on a little bit of lip balm, and for others, it could be what my full glam is. So go off of what your wants and needs are, and ultimately, it's just to feel a little bit more put together. I do feel like makeup does that for me. It's not going to do that for everyone. I've always loved a touch of makeup, even if I'm not going anywhere for the day. It was beautiful this weekend, and I think I have a little tiny bit of color on my face. And I also think that Skin Enhancer from Poco Beauty added a slight bit more of a bronziness to my skin, where I actually don't feel like I need bronzer. I know, crazy that I'm even saying that, but I don't think I could go without blush. I'm gonna take a little bit of Something Borrowed, which is the perfect mid-tone pink. So if you don't really want anything really vibrant on your cheeks, you'd love this, but if you still want a pop of color, that will be delivered with this color. Has the slightest bit of a peachy tone. There's also a little bit of illuminator left on this brush from when I used it last, so that's coming through and I'm not mad about that. But I think a little bit of blush, even if you're not really into makeup, really does bring healthiness back into the face. It's just like if the blood flow is in your cheeks, and if it's not there naturally, blush will help deliver that. And I think just popping it in areas, your forehead, your eyes, a little bit on your nose, brings this healthy, very natural glow back into the skin. A little bit on my lips as well. I think curling your lashes is a non-negotiable. I literally curl my lashes when I go to the gym and I don't wear makeup, just because it lifts my eyes and it makes it look like you have a lash lift when it's just curling your lashes. It really does make all the difference, and you need a good one. I think some people are scared of a lash curler because maybe the one they own isn't really reliable. This one from Tweezerman I adore. The Shiseido one is also amazing. I've used that before, and the Shu Uemura as well. I'm not saying that correct, but Tweezerman, I think this is like 12, 13 pounds. Absolutely affordable and absolutely worth it. I'm gonna go with brown mascara. You can go with whatever your preference is, or if you don't even want to wear mascara on an everyday basis. I do, however, find it opens my eyes, and I'm just gonna do like one coat just to really pop my lashes, lift them, bring a little bit more definition and color, and even just that makes a slight difference to my eyes. If you find black mascara is just a little dark on your eyes for a daytime look, brown's gonna give a softer finish and is a great way for you to, you know, still get that lift and fullness in your lashes, but not as intense darkness or, you know, contrast. And then if you want more drama for evening, you can just put on black on top. Honestly, curling my lashes does a lot of the work, the heavy lifting for this mascara. That's just one coat of mascara and it does make all the difference. I'm definitely a little bit oilier than usual. I think because I'm on my period, I'm just producing more oil on my face. I'm gonna take a little bit of translucent powder and pop that in my T-zone just to calm down that oil production. Again, leave this out if you don't feel like you need any extra control, but for me, I need it. Lips, I'm gonna take Sweet Talker, which is a mid-tone pink shade, and I'm gonna fully coat my lips. I have a little bit of that Something Borrowed on. This is just going to give me a bit more color and longevity. Lip liner gives me longevity, so if I have a lot of meetings or I'm talking a lot in the day, I can rely on lip liner for not moving or creating any of that like white cast in your lips. This is just my biggest trick, to always coat my entire lip with a lip liner and then I can go on with a lipstick or gloss on top. We're definitely getting there. I think the last thing I'm gonna do is a bit of brow gel. I'm gonna take this by Caitlin one. This is just a clear brow gel, but if you think you need a little bit more definition or coverage, I would take a tinted brow gel for daytime. I'm not gonna fill in my brows just because it's time consuming and I don't feel like I need a full brow for daytime. I just wanna keep my brow hairs in place, and a clear brow gel will do just that for me. Okay, this is it for daytime. I'm literally at 11 minutes and 45 seconds, and that's with talking you through the steps. So I could easily do this in 5 to 7 minutes, which I think is very easy for anyone to do, no matter the scale of daytime makeup you prefer. This, I think, is very presentable. Like if you're going into a workplace or somewhere where you're around others and you just want to feel a little bit more presentable, but not intense, I think this is very appropriate makeup. Just go off of your own wants and needs. I've mentioned that a couple of times, but I don't think there's like one size fits all when it comes to makeup in general. You're gonna go off of your own preferences anyways. These are mine, and these are just like tips for you to take what you want from it. So this is my daytime, very easy put together makeup, and we're gonna now amp it up for nighttime. And I mean, this is where it's like date night or an event or going out with friends and you wanna feel a little bit more glam, but you're gonna be working with the makeup that's already on your face for the day. We don't have any base on. We put a little bit of concealer with that bronzing tint to start with, but I feel like I need a touch more coverage just to assist all the other makeup that we're gonna put on. I feel like I need a little bit more of an elevated base. I'm gonna take my MPH Le Skin foundation, but any lightweight foundation will do. Literally half a pump, the smallest amount. I really don't need a lot. Taking the same brush that we initially worked with, I'm going to really coat it and press it in. I'm gonna come up nice and close for you guys, and I'm gonna keep it in areas I want a little bit more coverage. So naturally that's going to be the center of my face, and then work it outwards. So we're still keeping a little bit of that bronziness from underneath. That blush is still gonna pierce through, but we're just gonna have a more even, flawless base. Whenever you're adding makeup to your face, I always recommend going in a stippling motion, a patting motion, whatever you wanna call it, so that you don't disrupt whatever is currently on your face. Especially after a couple of hours or a full day of work, there's gonna be natural oils and just a little bit more buildup. So you do need to be a little bit more careful with applying, especially a base on top, so that you don't create any streaking or gapping. I'm gonna also use this on my eyelids almost as an eyeshadow base. Any kind of base that you currently work with can also double as an eyeshadow base. You do not need to buy one. It is a waste of money in my professional opinion. Concealer, base will do all the coverage that you need, and then you can always just set it with a translucent powder and it won't budge. Happy with how that base is looking. I have a couple scars that are still coming through, which is to be expected because it's not a super intense full coverage base, which I personally don't like. So I don't mind going in with the concealer to further cover that area. I have a couple scars here that I want to add a little bit more coverage with. I'm gonna pop it anywhere I see it coming through my makeup. I'm actually gonna let that concealer marinate on my skin, because the longer you keep it in place without blending it, it actually becomes a fuller coverage consistency. And because it's more of a light coverage concealer consistency, this will benefit for areas I need extra coverage. if that makes sense. I'm gonna take this D'Alba White Truffle Spray. You already know my obsession with it. I want to keep my skin nice and hydrated. This is a great one to keep in your everyday bag. This is my full-size version, but I have a mini version for my handbag that I keep with me at all times. While that concealer is doing its thing, we're gonna keep hands off for a bit. I'm gonna take a eyebrow pencil and fill in any sparse areas. This is automatically gonna give a more defined and semi-glam look because it's filling in your brows, where I feel like when I don't, it's a very everyday look for me. So I'm just going very minimal, but I still want to fill in any gapping and sparse areas. Always make sure to brush through that so then it still does look like a natural brow, just more defined and has a more finished result. So you can see this brow compared to this one, very slight in difference, but there is just more of a finished effect. You can move back to face. I feel like the concealer is at a consistency I'm happy with. Again, I'm just pressing it in so that we don't move anything underneath our makeup, and I'm getting the coverage in the exact area I want it. I'm gonna take some of that translucent powder again, really tap it off, and then press it on top of our skin to keep everything in place. I have a little trick slash hack for you when it comes to eyes, because I think this is where you can really create a little bit more drama for your look and make it feel elevated and nighttime, if you will. These are my two items that I think can really change the makeup. A face palette that can also double for some eyeshadow moments, and then a lip pencil that can be an eye pencil as well. Two products that are gonna give you multi-purpose finishes. Starting off with the eyeliner slash lip liner, this is Rendezvous. It has a little bit of a rose tone throughout it, but it is a brown lip liner and it is stunning on the eyes. So I'm gonna tightline, which is the bottom part of my lashes here, to make sure they're connected, and it's just gonna give a fuller looking lash line overall. And then I'm also going to do my waterline, so the bottom lashes. Anytime you use liner in this, anytime you use like a brown liner in this area, it does give a little bit more of a sultry finish to your eyes. I think it makes it a little bit more nighttime appropriate. I'm also gonna take this on top of my lash line and rough draw. See how rough that looks? Take a smudging pencil and soften it out. Because these are long wearing lip liners, you have a little bit of wiggle room while they're still a cream, and then once they set, they aren't moving, so it kind of acts as an eyeshadow pencil. And you can already see we're working and building up that area to make it look a little smokier with just one product. I'm just going back and forth from the brush to the pencil to build up the depth and intensity that I prefer. I'm gonna put the pencil down for a little bit, and I'm gonna take the Core Essentials palette. I'm actually gonna take the shade Real Depth, and we're gonna set all the eyeliner that we just did. Again, this is gonna give longevity and a further definition in shadow. I also sometimes like to mix a little bit of Put Together with Easygoing and use it on the very top bit to fade out the browns into more of a complementary shade for our blush. See how one pencil and a palette truly can transform the eyes. I'm gonna put my hair behind my ears again, just because we're gonna move back to face, and then we'll finish off with a little bit more mascara on the eyes. I'm gonna take some of that Real Depth from the palette and contour my face with it and further define my cheeks and my forehead, anywhere I just want a little bit more depth. I'm also gonna add a little bit of Put Together alongside Sunkissed for more of a glow, and then a pop of Girl Next Door. Again, you'll notice that repetition of a patting, stippling motion just to keep everything in place. If you've gone a little too heavy with the blush, which is actually rare for me to say, just go back to your foundation brush or whatever you used on your base, and it will all be fine. I'm gonna quickly put on a couple more layers of mascara, because I do think mascara is really where you can build up the drama and intensity, especially around the eyes, so go crazy here. If you're a messy applicator with mascara like myself, do not worry, let it dry, and then we can just take it off with a spoolie. Going back to Rendezvous, I'm going to outline my lips in this color. I love this shade, especially for nighttime, or if I just want a little bit more intensity on my lip area. It's the perfect liner for that. And then we're gonna top it with some B Oil Infused Lip Gloss, just to give a little bit more of a shiny finish. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this translucent powder and pop it in, again, my T-zone, where just a little bit oilier than I would like. around my nose, chin, and I think that's it. Okay, this is definitely more nighttime glam. Obviously, again, it's gonna vary between people. If you wanna go a little heavier on the eyes or the base, you can go a little heavier with the bronzer, but because I don't really have a tan anywhere else, I just felt like this was a good amount for me. I'm happy with this finish. I think the eyes are what, for me, really glams up a look because I am not an eye person when it comes to shadow and liner. That's really what transforms it, which elevates it to a little bit more of an extra look for me in particular. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. You requested a day to night look, whether you're coming from work, home, wherever it may be. Hopefully this was helpful. All of this can be done pretty quickly, again, based off of what your wants and needs are, but I hope you found some helpful tips and tricks throughout the video. Let me know what else you want me to film in the comments down below, and I will see you soon. Bye.